Yo, guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Sammy, social work. If this is your first time of crossing my page, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Please, guys, why are you not subscribing to my channel? Keep subscribing. This is a big family. We are here to talk about social work and a lot of fun stuff. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Sammy, social work. In this video, I'll be sharing with you how to write a comprehensive long and short essay in social work after your field and practicum. In social work, it's very important that students should understand that what makes you competent in social work is field practicum, because you are going to engage yourself in a lot of field practicum such as school social work, agency social work, and community social work. This practicum, it's enable us as social worker to carry out and put in our knowledge into practice. First of all, we need to understand what is field practicum. In my other video, I talked about my experience in field work practicum. I would suggest you watch that video. It's going to help you. In this video, I'm talking about field practicum. Field practicum is a way to give students practical knowledge about social work, which is also called work placement. It gives us the knowledge to put our knowledge into practice so as to enable us to be competent in social work. There are three categories of field work practicum you will do as a bachelor social work student. One is the school social work. This is where you go to the school and engage with the students, try to help them. There are some students in school who cannot meet up with the educational system. Some students who are caught in depression. Some students who are being abused, sexually, emotionally neglected in their home. This is one of the, these are the roles social worker will play in school social work. Why the other one is agency social work. This social work practice has to do social worker going to the agencies to work in an administrative setting and help in rendering social work services in that agency, such as can work in the women affairs, humanitarian services, and any related social work agency. But you should know that social work can practice in any parastatal in the world. And finally, the community social work. The social worker go to the community to help community function using the resources of the community to ensure that the community is being enhanced socially, such as it's a community who are being favored with a lot of resources and they have been misusing it. But social worker role in that community is to help them develop socially using those resources to enhance their social functioning. So it's also important that after this experience in the practicum or in the field, it is important that every social work student should know how to write short and long essay. In this video, I'm going to explain short essay and long essay on how to write it, because you're going to give report on what you did in your fieldwork practice and how you handle the case, the theory you use, the method you use, the case you handle. You're going to write them down so as to enable other persons to read about your fieldwork, so as to also enhance people's social functioning when they encounter such a case. Then after you have finished your fieldwork, you are expected to submit your logbook to your logbook. Simply means is a book that be given to you by your university to enable you write down all you did, and the agency will give a remark, your field work will give a remark, and your university will also give a remark on what you did. And in writing this short essay, the short essay is the first essay you're going to submit to your supervisor when presenting what you did. Then the long essay is the final, the conclusion after they have made a correction in your short essay. Short essay carry one case, but long essay carry 2 cases. So it's expected that a social work student in fieldwork practicum, you should enable to at least solve up to like 3 to 4 cases, but you're going to present just 2 in your long essay and 1 in your short essay. And it's also important that you should know that we don't use the word I, use the word we social work students work in so place. So I'm going to show you all the communication skills we're going to use in writing your long essay and short essay, because these are the little mistakes we make that it will not improve in our mark after we have taken up to like 6 months, 3 months in our fieldwork practicum. But if you can settle down and watch this video and get an understanding about the step on writing your short and long essay, I believe it will really help you in writing your short and long essay. The short essay, it have its own format. The first front page will carry your name, the people that went for the field work, the agency name, and the date. Then the next page will be an involvement at the agency, which it's all about all you know and all you did about the agent, all you did and all you know about that agency. And the last page should be case you handled, which talk about the case name, about data, the background of the case, and the line of action you took, and the theory you took. But I'm going to also show you a material showing this short and long essay after this video, how it look like. Then the long essay it have 5 sessions. There are 5 sessions. The first front page is the name of the persons that did that practicum, the agency name, the date, and the university you are coming from. Then the next page is the certification by your issue. The issue is the one that normally certify that this person did this also thing, and you know how the way of writing I'm going to show you. And the section 1 of this long essay is the table of contents that carry everything you want to write upon, everything you did, your research you did. Then the next page talk about the introduction, the history, the background, and the organizational, the aim and objective of that organization. This is the second page. Then the section 2 will carry the involvement of the agency. Then also talk about the case handle 1 and 2. The first case and your second case will also be in your long essay. And the third section will be the function of the agency and the roles and challenges you as social workers you carry out in the agency. And the fourth session, this is the session where you put the summary of everything you did, the conclusion and the recommendation you did as a social worker in that agency or in that school or in that community. This is the standard way to write long and short essay in social work. It's being recommended by the International Federation of Social Work Practice. So I'm going to dive into a practical example of short and long essay. So guys, this is an example of short essay. Remember I said the short essay carry the front page. This is the front page that will carry your university. This is how it look like. Department of Social Work, Faculty of Social Science, University of Benin City. You put an integrative seminar presentation for agency, Edo State Health Insurance Commission, Civil Service Secretariat, Sapele Oredo, Benin City. Then you put your course code, then presented by dash. These are the persons, level, funded level. You put the date, and the next page is the involvement at the agency. This is how it will look like. Then you go down, and the next thing is the case you handled, and talk about the family data in case you are working with a client that you interview the full family or you get in contact with the full family. It's going to be about data, family about data. But if it's an individual, it's going to be individual about data. But this case is a case of a physical challenge, insufficient funds, and illness. So this is a case we did around Benin City, Temboga, that we get to meet a client who is physically challenged and insufficient funds to render social services to that family. And you should know that you can see the client's name is Mr. A, Mrs. A. So in social work, we have a way of writing to keep confidential matters. So we don't put our client's name, so you put them in alphabet due to confidentiality. And you see the address was YZY Street. So it's a way to keep things confidential. Then you put the social problem, you handle the case, you handle the name, then you put the referral name of the place that link you to the case. But if you are the one that had the case, you saw the case, you put your name, then the background of the problems. You're going to state how the problem is, how it went, how you get to meet the problem, what I know. Then you put your line of actions, how you tend to solve the problem, the roles you play in solving the problem. Then talk about this is states. The first place of line of action is contact with the residents in the community. So you are going to write on all the line of action you took. This was ours. Remember, we do not put we not put I. Sorry, we not put I. We put we social work students. You can see it here. Firstly, we the social work students. So this is how you write. You don't use I, you use we. There's a writing method. You can watch that video. Social work communications key I did. There we have a way of writing. You can watch that video to know. So you also remember that in every case you must terminate. You must go and look my social work counseling key. You must terminate and do a follow-up. So this is like putting in all you have learned over years into practice, because in your counseling process, the initial is when you engage with the client. Then you talk about data, you talk about counseling, talk about evaluation, talk about treatment, termination, and follow-up. Then you can see the last page here. We talk about the theories we use: narrative therapy and developmental theory. For you to know more theory about social work, you can go and check my video I did on skill of you can check my video I did on theories of social work. This is an example of short essay. This is how it looks like, short essay. Then we're going to dive into long essay now. So this is an example of long essay. So remember, the front page is always contain your biodata of everyone that attend that field work. Then this is the second page, certification. This is how to look like. This is certified that this work was carried out by the group of students that did their field practicum. It's always been written, recommended by your HOD or your head of a department. Mine is Dr. Mrs. Tracy Moriguwa. She's the field coordinator. Then you move down, table of content. This is how it look like. Then the session 1, introduction. Introduction has to do with you defining social work and explaining what social work, what you understand personally about social work and your contributions to social work. Then talk about field practicum. You tend to write about field practicum. It's a way social worker or social work students tend to improve their skill in field and all that. So you write about it. Then you write on the history and background of the agencies you did your field practicum. You write about them. You can ask the agency to give you their history and other related stuff, such as the organizational structure. So call it monogram. So this is how it's where in the school we did our field work. This is a school social work long essay. So you can see principal, vice principal, VP students. This is how This is the hierarchy of the office. Then the aim and objective of the agency, you write it. Then the section 2, you write your involvements in the agency. Then in section 2, you have case handled. Case handle 1. So you see there's still family biodata there because we interview families. In this case, then the case was peer influence. So it was a case of a student that the attitude was changing. So, and it was not an upbringing, it was a cause of peer influence in school. Then you go down, right, about the background of the problem, how it's look. So I say on this day, you must start with on this day, May 2018, in the course of our routine observation, we social work, you see the word we, not I, we social work student discover a student master A. You have to keep your client's name confidential, who was isolated during lecture time. We went close to him and noticed that the student lacked interest in academics. We counsel him and book him for a further interview. So you see, this is how you write your long and short essay. We have a writing skill. You can check on my YouTube page. You will see social work communication skill, and you'll see social work counseling skill. This you say it there. Then you see line of action. This is the line of action we took. Then you start writing upon them the date. Don't forget, write the date, the month you counsel that clients. Assuming we're using psychotherapy or it's going to be a month before we handle the client's case, but it's a counseling, so it's very fast. Counseling is more favorable. So these are the line of action we took. We interview with Master A, telephone interview with Master A mother, interview with the class teacher, interview with the vice principal, intervention process, termination, follow-up. So you have to know. That's why we call the family, the mom, and that's why we also interview the teacher and we interview the principal, and we now use what we got to give out intervention. So you must do a research as social worker. You know, in the social work method, you can check it on my YouTube page. We have what is called case work method, work method. So all this method is what we use in handling client cases. So you see, these are the intervention. Termination also simply means after you have finished solving the case, you must terminate it. Follow-up has to do with Follow-up has to do with you following up with the case of your clients, visiting him and knowing how he's doing. And this is the case 2. You see, this is the case 2. It's how it looks. Case 2, the same thing. How you handle case 1 is also how you're going to do your case 2. Then look at section 3, function of the agency, roles and function of social work in the agency, challenges of the agency. Then section 2, talk about the summary and talk about the summary, conclusion. Then you do recommendation. So this is a example of a long essay. So guys, with this video, I get it being useful and educative. Don't forget to share this video, like and subscribe.